And retail sales in March on the decline for the second straight month, hinting that consumers are feeling more cautious with spending. If you are an indecisive shopper, listen up. The era of free returns may be behind us. Amazon announcing customers will now face a $1 fee for each return made at UPS. With more on what this could mean for the retail landscape, Yahoo Finance's Ali Garfinkel. Ali, $1 to return stuff.
Yeah, Nez. So this is the thing about Amazon. The company has built its e-commerce business on making returns and shopping fast, easy, cheap, and foolproof, really. But that reputation is about to really be tested here. I spoke to 5 retail experts to try to get a sense of what this means for Amazon and what this might mean for how consumers will respond to Amazon from here on out and the industry at large. And I'd say there were 3 key takeaways. I'd say the first is that there is one thing they all absolutely agreed on, and it's that this was inevitable. It was truly really interesting to hear the phrase tremendous burden over and over again, because that's what returns are for retailers. And, you can actually just look at some of the numbers from the National Retail Federation to really bolster that case, right? For instance, customers sent back around 17% of the total merchandise they purchased in 2022. That amounts to about $816 billion. And then for every 1 billion sales, the average retailer incurs $165 million in merchandise returns. It's important to say that this is actually just the beginning. Remember, there are logistical costs, supply chain problems like, for instance, the product you return may not go back to the warehouse it came from. There are also issues reselling a lot of those returned products. For instance, I don't know about you, but I personally don't necessarily want something that's been used, tried on, and then sent back to me. The second is that there is a certain type of customer Amazon is targeting here. There's this idea, and there's actually some data suggests that there's a world of customers who like to try and buy, sell back. And it's really challenging for a company to make money with customers who engage that way. So in the end, it will still be possible to return things to Amazon for free. But if you're a chronic returner, that's going to get a lot harder. You'll have to, if you want to return something to Amazon for free, you're going to have to, for instance, select a specific reason, like the product being defective. Or if you're returning to a very, very small package to an Amazon locker nearby, you might actually be able to do that return for free as well. But it's going to get a lot harder to do those free returns. And lastly, this is going to give online retailers a chance to start really operating differently. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, many retailers over the years have very quietly, trying to keep it under wraps, been keeping return fees on the books. But because Amazon has been the no return fee king for so long, it has definitely put pressure on the industry to keep those under wraps. That is all about to be over. One expert I was speaking to said that other companies may start raising prices on returns and using Amazon's move as a shield. I'd actually like to read you a quote from Professor Mark Cohen at Columbia University. He had some pretty fiery words about this. He really doesn't like the economics of free returns. I think the industry should be kissing the ground Amazon walks on for returning the sector to some semblance of economic sanity. To wrap this, I want to go back to the retail report you mentioned at the top. Second straight month of slowing retail sales. And I think we're seeing it across the board, right? Electronics, general merchandise. And I think that tightening spending is really putting the pressure on e-commerce, not only to grow, but to get the economics right, Inez.
So shoppers are going to have to think twice before they order. No more free returns. Ali, thanks so much for joining us. And coming up, did a rush to get your taxes done